sister.
You
Yeah, so
bastard.
I did notice. But I try to keep my mouth like
No, you were better than me. I see
I
a
know.
little Lanita.
Kidding. You're not better
Oh,
than me.
that's so fucking loud too.
We're equal.
Um.
Yes. Happy Saturday. I okay.
Happy Catcher Day.
Saturday.
Yeah, I'm
Today.
trying to figure it out, and I always want to put like an apology, but I feel like why am I apologizing to these people for? Like, oh, my sound's bad. Well, then fucking turn it off. Like, I'm begging you. Like, ugh, I don't want to start on a bad.
Just view us, man.
Actually, I have a lot to talk about today.
Just for 4 or 5 minutes.
Like 15. 15. Okay, Larisi, so I made you your jungle Larisi, your jungle pepino Larisi. Salud.
Oh, salud.
And
Gracias, amiga.
sweet as fuck. So I'm gonna leave this one for.
I don't think it's that. It's kind of a little bit tart.
I put a little bit of bitters because it was way too sweet for me. So maybe you would have liked it without the bitters.
No. It's good.
Oh,
Es bueno.
yeah. And this one's dirty as fuck. So this
dirty.
is the dirty Larisi martini.
Dirty. I like to be dirty.
Oh. See,
Ah,
I must be an alcoholic because that's a little bit sweet to me. Like, I think I put too much orange bitters on it. No, did I even put bitters on it? I don't know. Who knows?
I taste that vermouth.
I was thinking of like I found this on Pinterest and I was like, I want to make all of those for Larisi.
Yeah.
But so far it was just the one martini, and then I made up the other one. I want to make you a Bloody Mary. I want to make you an old fashioned. I want to make you a something Collins. What was it?
She wants to make me a drink.
Tom Collins. Well, you're the only one that, and I shouldn't say that because I'm the one that doesn't allow this. Because I was gonna say you're the only one that appreciates my bartending skills, but it's kind of like my manicure and pedicure skills. I'm not gonna do that for everybody. You know what I mean? I honestly wouldn't. I almost don't do it for nobody. Only the person I'm dating, if I really like her, and my mother, and myself.
Wow.
But Peaches. I'll do anything for her. But anyway, I've been drinking. Well, Larisi's emotional.
Yeah.
And I've been drinking.
I don't know what it is.
But I have a lot of energy and creative ideas happening. But I ran out of material. I was like, I have all these ideas for our podcast and for our studio, and regardless if it's the pod or things that we do that are creative of nature and all that shit. But it leads me to, I guess, what would be maybe our main topic. We don't know yet, but the Joe Biden podcast, they start something like, that's where I got the whole testing, but he says something different. I don't know what he says. Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Rory and more.
But he's like, mic check, 1 2 1 2, mic check. What did he say? Something like, fuck, I forgot what he said, but he's like, the JBP boys back to business. And then he's all like, he's been saying the JBP. Oh, that's when he gets on his weird things. It's okay, Babaso. Come here. It's okay. It's okay.
His eyes got all big.
Yeah, it's like.
I wonder if he sees like yeah.
Well,
My
I said
sisters.
this to a person, a lady, a situationship. I said it to her that, oh, hold on a second. Just like I told you, my cat is having an episode, and she's like, what the hell? And she said the same thing as you. Oh, his eyes got all big, and he gets all weirded out. We've talked about this on the podcast several times, but basically, I don't know if he's having like night terrors or what the fuck is happening, but he wakes up and he's like very disoriented and confused, and like he just seems so like oh my god, what the fuck. Anyway, I was explaining it rougher, like more of how I talk, and I was explaining it like that to her, and then she goes, well, you know what they say about pets and their owners. I'm like, she's like, you wake up like that too. I'm like, what? I do? She's like, yeah, you wake up like, what the fuck? Where am I? Who are you? What's going on? And then you're like, oh, okay. I'm like, I didn't know that, but I guess I don't see myself waking up or something. But apparently, we both do the same shit.
Your cat's like taking after you.
Yeah, so whenever I'm like, he's just weird,
So,
I don't want to say that shit because it's like, salud with your pretzel. Last podcast, I don't know if I was in like an emotional drunken space, but Lorraine at one point is like, "Do you have any pretzels?" And so I made it a point to get some pretzels this time.
is that a white thing?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
well, pretzels are American, right?
I don't know.
I had pretzels when I was in Mexico, but I don't think we invented them. Like we
I
invented
thought
the
they were like
churro.
German or something.
Oh, that actually makes sense, bro. That makes total sense. But anyway,
But I don't have German in my. Well, I need to do the DNA thing.
oh, that's another lady told me about how she just ordered that shit, and I'm so curious to know because she knows like of a couple things that she has in her, but besides me, but just kidding, Laracy. Anyway,
Narcissistic Joe Budden.
testing 1 2
Sorry.
1 2 test 1 2 1 2. ¿Qué onda, way? We are the Bodega Cats. It's lit way, and I don't know what the fuck we're doing, but for some reason I feel like Laracy and I should be the ones to start it with 2 drinks, some pretzels, and takis. I am 50 foot peaches.
I'm Laracy.
Hey, collectively we are the Bodega Cats. But speaking about narcissism, I always bring it up. I'm gonna talk about it less because I've been seeing a lot and reading a lot and seeing a lot of things about people talking about it and how awful narcissistic people are and how they do this and how they do that. And I'm like, eesh, I need to like stop putting attention into this fact of myself.
Well, I think like a true like narcissist is like true. I don't know what I'm saying. I think it doesn't always have to be bad. It could be just your a little OCD or something. But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, as long as you're like not mean to people, and you're not mean to people, so
No, but it's, I guess, how you deal with situations and relationships, not only romantically, but any relationship. Which I don't want people to think that I'm that person. Like, I'm not trying to hurt you on purpose or make you feel shitty
yeah.
just because I feel shitty. I was in a relationship, and this woman told me one time, because I was like, why are you so awful? Like, why? Like, that's fucked up what you just did, like, or what you've done, like, why? And she tells me, because you hurt me, and I want you to hurt worse than what I hurt. I was like, damn. So that's the first time that I was like, it's not, like, love is not, my gosh, like, there's a lot of, like, fake, how do you say, like, they're pretending to love. Like, I don't know how to, like love in a mask. I don't know how to say it, but it's like, holy shit, because is that love? Well,
well, I can understand that.
But you know what I mean? Like, is that love? That you love someone so much that they hurt you and you want them to hurt as worse?
That's not love.
Exactly. That's what I'm
No.
saying. So it's like, and we don't want to get into it, especially because I'm on good terms with this woman. But I wish in the future I do want to, most of my fucking lectures in life and like shit that I learned in life came from this relationship, And speaking of that, real quick, I've been thinking. I told you I've been reading this book that I'm gonna tell you, but I've been thinking about. I feel like I had this emotional and personal growth as a person in the last 5 years that was like huge. Like in my 20s, I was so immature. I didn't see things the way that my mother was telling me, And then I had this growth. Boom, it just happened like in 3 years. And it was like kind of in between the time we started the podcast. Like that was in between there. And I feel I it was a feeling of like holy shit. I see things. It was like Neo off the Matrix. Like they took the blindfold and I saw things. And I was like, oh, this is what feelings mean. This is what that
You
means.
were
That's
like
what
a
that means.
sleeper.
Yeah, but I feel like I got so confident with how much power I felt with that growth that I got stuck.
Ooh,
And
deep.
like last weekend, remember I told you I was feeling a certain type of way because of certain situations that happened. And I kept thinking and thinking, like, I thought that I was more emotionally intelligent to deal with emotions in a better way. I really thought that I was past a certain level that I got to last weekend. That is you know, as much as dramatic and emotional as I am, I say that, but it's not like I want to. I don't want to be like flaunting that or like I'd rather be cool, calm, and collect. But anyway, my point is that I feel like I got stuck because I felt that immense growth in like the last 5 years, and I didn't realize, nah, no, no, I need to keep going. So I got comfortable. It's almost like if you get a degree, like you get your associates and you get comfortable, you don't get the bachelor's. You get the bachelor, you get comfortable, you don't get the master's. That's how I feel. And in life they say emotionally intelligent people, we're just like emotionally or like cognitive intelligent people also never stop growing their knowledge. That's where I just realized a couple days ago I need to grow and I need to like keep going and learn and more and do more because that shit felt awful last weekend, bro. And it made me feel like, damn, like I got stuck and I got so happy. And imagine if I wouldn't have noticed that shit and like in 10 years I noticed that shit and then I'm like, I got stuck 10 years ago thinking that I was cool and I knew what the fuck was up with life. Now I feel like a newbie again. And I know this is weird, probably from people that
No,
don't know
no,
me,
no.
and like, people that know me probably
Oh,
have heard this conversations and they sound weird. But you kind of know a little bit what I'm trying to say, no?
yeah.
Like,
No, I get it because I'm a little bit older than you, but
just a
I've
little bit.
just a little bit. But I think for me, I got stagnant. So I was like, I'm gonna go to school, and I feel like I've grown. But then other parts of me, like my mental health, I think is just well, I think everyone's mental health is like like
You mean just the past year, or
yeah, the past year, just because of isolation and you know I work from home, stuff like that. So I feel like I need to improve my well self esteem. But in other ways, though, my self esteem is really big. Like I know what I know, in my field, but like me as a person, I think I've just gotten in a rut. Like because I said those things like body shaming and stuff like that. But what I have to do is just tell myself that no, I'm not perfect, and I can always improve, right? But telling yourself bad things about yourself isn't gonna help your growth, right? So,
100%, homie?
so I know I get it. I get it about the growth. Like, um, I feel like this year I've had a lot of growth, but then I've had a lot of. It's like I don't know, a dance. Like two steps
Mm.
forward, two steps back, one step forward, two steps back. But as long as you're going forward,
That's beautiful, bro. It's like a dance. You can't just stop dancing.
yeah, even if you trip up, you feel like, oh, I tripped, I can't go
And
on.
if you take a break, you gotta acknowledge that you
Yeah,
took a break.
yeah. Get this dance
Hmm.
on, bro.
Wow. You just hit me with the fucking. Is there a bomb or something I can find here? But anyway, that shit's crazy. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I I was talking about, that getting stuck in that. I think it was part of my narcissism and my ego, that holy fuck, I felt when I don't know if it was an epiphany or what it was, when I started feeling all this knowledge, and all these like things started making sense in life, and people who have done something to me that was awful, I thought it didn't make sense. It's not like it was like, oh, okay, I get it, but it was like, I don't know how to explain it. Everything was like Tetris. It just fell into place. And then I realized last weekend that was like 3, 4, 5 years ago. I need to, and now I'm stuck. I'm like, bro, you could have used this whole time to continue to grow mentally, emotionally, and all these things. But again, I hate to. I was talking to my supervisor actually, and you know how I never really talked to her, and I was telling her about that whole 9 to 5, um,
Dolly
Dolly
Parton.
Parton, yeah. And I told
Working
her,
9 to 5.
yeah, and I'm like, they expect us to do that. I said, I know, like, maybe you as a supervisor, and like, or maybe they expect you too as a supervisor to do certain things. And I told her that, how dare they, when some of us are just barely hanging on, mentally and emotionally. And anyway, we had a conversation about that, which I was surprised that she agreed with me, but not
Mm.
because, just, I don't know, just because sometimes I feel like we're such opposite pages. But my point is that even with someone that I don't relate to, that I don't agree with most of the time, like that someone that I don't know, you know that history, but that we both, oh yeah, that's what it is. It's that whole thing again. Like I feel like I'm talking like Cantinflas, like I'm not making any goddamn sense unless you are in my brain. And now I'm gonna go to a different fucking thing that, my one of my favorite things, and I'm not gonna say too much. You'll find it. If you know me, you know, and if you don't, if you find me, you'll know it's me. If you've seen the
What?
movie John Malkovich, that's one of my biggest things I always think about, because somebody said that to me one time. I wish I can spend just at least one day inside you and seeing through your eyes. And if you've seen the movie Being John Malkovich, you pretty much, I'm not going to tell you the whole plot, but somebody found a little portal where you can go into the actor's John Malkovich inside, and you can see through his eyes, but he's still doing his thing. I'm not going to ruin the movie because of the things that happen afterwards, but I've
Well,
always
I
thought
think
that.
people have seen it. It's been out for a while.
No, I know, but I don't want to. If someone's watching it,
Spoiler.
yeah, I would want them. I would want them to still like be surprised at certain things.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that, and you probably haven't noticed this, but I have that being John Malkovich. I have that in several places, like the way that I have Frida's quotes, and things around my house, or like certain things, I have that John Malkovich thing because I've always felt that way.
Mm.
If you could just have like one, sometimes I think like people at work, let me take you to a public bathroom, like you seeing through my eyes, and see what happens, just because of the shit that I experience, is what I'm trying to say. So this person said to me, I wish I could even just experience one day inside you to see, because, and she didn't mean it, we weren't talking about, I wasn't telling her my like, oh my gosh, this happened to me. She just said it as
Oh
a,
crap!
like, oh shit, you're what.
I forgot my earphone.
Yeah, you just noticed. She just said it kind of like, oh shit, like I wish I could just experience what the fuck, because your life is crazy, kind of like that thing. And then someone else, another comment, and I take this, and these comments were given to me like years ago, and I've never forgotten, because I don't know if
Hmm.
they're like compliment, or they're ugh, type of thing. But then
Oh.
the other person was just like, she told me, she was just staring at me, and just, she's this really quiet, religious, calm person that never really says anything unless it's absolutely necessary. And I've known her for years, in the professional field, so it's not like we're homies or whatever. And she told me one time, "There's not a dull." She was just staring at me, and I'm like, hello. There's not a dull day in your life, huh? And I was like, huh.
Hmm.
But after that, I thought about it. It's not, bro. It's not. You would think like through COVID, and one of my homies, I feel like the only reason why he's my friend is because he loves to hear these stories of what my life is like. And I feel like during COVID, you would think that I wouldn't have shit, right? Shit happens. Like I went to the dollar store earlier. I can tell you stories about that, you know. If so, anyway, just get real quick, just to shorten like this
real
whole
quick.
fucking thing. When that person said about like not being a dull moment in my life, or that other person saying like, "Oh, I wish I could just spend a day." I wish that I could sell this John Malkovich like Disneyland. Like if I like, okay, it depends, because if it's a regular day, $50, $50 for like an hour. 5 hours, because maybe during COVID in 30 minutes you won't get as much. I mean, if I want to, I'll show you a lot in 30 minutes. Shit, like what do you think those videos from those people that said that have my password and all my shit is like? You're gonna get like a lot of stuff, bro. It's not like just your masturbation video. No, you're gonna get a lot of shit. But anyway, if I could sell my ride as my Peaches ride, like go into John Malkovich in a little portal and all you can see through my eyes, bro, that Disneyland, it would be equivalent to Disneyland and how popular and how amazing that ride would be. I guarantee you would have the ride of your life. And I'm just saying, like, I wish I could sell that. I wish I could sell you experience life through me. I wish I could sell that shit, bro. That shit is gold. That shit is like scary. It's rough. It's weird. It's interesting. It's complicated. It's because you're seeing it through my eyes. And again, I'll take you to a fucking bathroom and see what's up. I'll tell you. My people will be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Like, just wait and watch. This might be boring.
No, I get it. You know, I went.
Fuck. Okay, thank you. I didn't think I was boring either.
Whoa, that was trippy. I was with
W.
and I was.
When's she gonna come to the pod?
I don't know. I just came
After she have her
to
taken
her
second vaccine, she's welcome.
her work, and she's like, "You're so funny." I'm like, "What, did I do something?" She's like, "No, you're just funny." And I was like, "Well, thanks."
Your
So you're funny without.
it's
like,
your delivery.
Yeah. Is it?
Mhm.
I don't know.
It is. Well, it's your delivery and the way of looking at life. But that's what I mean. It's like I can't believe we're putting this content for free. Is almost what I'm saying, because
It's true.
the seeing the experiencing almost, I guess, life through us. It's a trip. You know what I mean? But
I just, when I rewatch them, I just laugh and laugh.
I laugh too, and I think like I laugh. I used to laugh and watch shows and podcasts and stuff of people like, I'm obsessed with people in New York and like the tri-state area and all that shit, and it's like, and I laugh like I'm part of it. I feel like I'm part of the group and shit. I feel like I'm part of the Breakfast Club. I'm part of like the Joe Budden. I'm part of the Brilliant Idiots and shit. So
You are.
to do your own thing and like to watch it and feel the same way, it's kind of to me the same. It's just like, okay, cool, whatever. But getting back, I guess, to the Joe Budden thing and the way he talks about. Remember, I told you he's the one that said, if you've been doing this for 5 years and you haven't seen anything, any of the goals that you set yourself for, you haven't seen any of them, you should quit. If you've seen some and it's not worth it, you should consider it. And like some of the goals were like before COVID, we wanted to have go to breweries and have events and do like things like that. And so obviously that went to shit because of COVID, but I feel like we've been successful in some of the early goals that we set. That to me, thinking about quitting at this point is just like, now I want to go through the 5 years and see what happens. And like I told you, it's almost like my Instagram and my back in the day, my Facebook, and back in the day, and like all these social medias. When one of my ex-girlfriends was like, you didn't get 14 likes, so you should delete that picture. And I'm like, why? Because if you don't get at least 14 likes, you weren't successful. And I get where she's going. She was more in the influencer, more in that, that mind. To me, and that's part of when you say like the positivity about the narcissism, is that my narcissism is like, No, this is a way for me to track in history because nobody can erase the internet. So in history, I'm tracking my life. So when I look at my pictures on Instagram or like on Facebook or whatever, to me it's like, yeah, this is my and that's why I kind of now regret the whole like posting girlfriends and deleting it. Not that I regret deleting them, but like I wish I was more careful in how I posted things because you could like feel love or whatever. I don't know. My pessimistic ass is like it's not gonna last forever, so it's like why make it seem like that? But at the same time, I guess what I'm trying to say is that um I don't know what I'm trying to say, but my
No,
point.
no, I get what you're saying. Um, with me, I've been watching like just romantical movie about love, like, and I'm like, is that just like a TV? What is love? Like, what does it really mean to like love someone? I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, but
It's not, but that's super interesting, because I think about that all the time. So that's funny you bring that up. It's not at all what I was saying, but I think about that all the time. So when you were
but
saying, I was
that's what
really
I was
intrigued. I was
thinking
like,
for myself.
go
Like,
go on, go on.
I want to, like, maybe you could help me with a dating site.
I'm telling you, that's the way to go
I
because
think last time, I think I just looked like I had these shirts that showed off my boobs, and I think
you attract a certain type of individual. Listen, I put the Photoshop ass fucking like Photoshop as fuck, bro. I get turned on when I looked at my picture of myself. That when I Photoshop it is so fucking hot. So I put that there, but purposely, I think. So I put a thirst trap. That was the first one. And see, that's the first rule. The first one has to be a thirst trap. It can't be super Photoshop that is like, nah, and they skip you. Just enough to where your imperfections don't. And this is sound bad coming from two people that we keep talking about, like, no body shaming, like that. But no, no, like, let's be honest, ladies. If you want to get, I'm giving you, like, this is like a gem. I'm giving you the tips of the dating apps. The first picture has to be a little bit of photo. You look hot, bro. You would fuck yourself. The first picture. The second picture, make it more realistic, more you like for me. Okay, I got my hat on. Like, don't think that I'm this girly girl. Obviously, I'm a dyke. Don't like I put the flannel on and the hat. Like, let me show you part of myself, but still kind of like a good angle and shit. You know what I mean? The third picture, now you like now that's fake as fuck, bro. Now is like you look at it and I'm like, that's not me. That picture, you know? And I have that. I show you those pictures. I've had like I have a
oh
coworker that
god,
I consider like really really beautiful. And we always joke around and not it's not like I don't want to say we flirt. We don't really flirt. It's just like a jokey type of I wouldn't joke around like this with a dude is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like sometimes when you have certain jokes that is like I wouldn't joke around with my homies like my bro was like that, but with her we joke around but it's not like there's nothing. It's I guess I don't know how to like I don't know what I'm saying.
I
Who
get
gives a
what you're
shit?
saying.
Like you guys can think I fuck her. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't have to explain things to you. But what I'm saying is that I told her that I showed her one time a picture because we were talking about it, and I was like, I've seen you sometimes on social media, and you filter your shit, and you're a beautiful woman, so don't talk shit. Because if you filter, don't judge other people filtering themselves. And then we were having this conversation, and and she's like, well, show me what you look like filtered, and I showed her that. And it was so funny because she was like, that's not you. And I'm like, obviously it's filtered as fuck and I look fucking gorgeous and you don't see me in that angle. So you know what I mean? But I was wearing a Frida Kahlo shirt. My t-shirt had Frida Kahlo's face on it. And she's Mexican, this woman that I was talking to, and she goes, even Frida looks gorgeous. I was like, ouch,
Dang.
ouch, ouch, in so many fucking ways, bro. Because first of all, don't talk about Frida. Second of all, bitch, you Photoshop yourself too. Like, at least I'm not like fucking the Kardashians or those people that your hips, you can see the fucking line, like, going like,
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't give myself titties or hips. I just take the blemishes, the dark circles under my eyes, maybe make my face a little bit more symmetrical and like the same color and shit. But anyway.
Dude, I remember when I first got that dating. It was where was it? Zeus. Zeus.
Mm.
And
That's one of the top ones for lesbians.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I had pictures of me where I'm like, all puckered up, like, because it helps your, like,
But that should be the third picture.
well, I think I had too many, because this one guy was like, this was his first line. You like to be kissed, don't you? Because I had that, look. I was like, why do you say that? Because you,
What a lame ass
I
line.
know. I'm like, I didn't like him. And he's like,
That's
you
fucking
obviously
whack.
are down to whatever because of that. Your lips are puckered you're you're asking for it.
And that's why I'm telling you how to put your pictures,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
these
yeah.
assholes. So you put the one where you're good looking, the second one you're real, the third one Photoshop as fuck, the fourth one more realness, more like something that's more who you are, whether it's your pets or you love to camp or whatever. And that, I think, is a perfect combination to, yeah, you're gonna get some weirdos, but you're also gonna get true people or like real people. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's a perfect combo to, yeah, they'll see like how you look on like a good day, supposedly, with all that, like, because I don't look like that on a good day. Like I will never look like that. That Photoshop shit like makes me look like a goddamn model. But it doesn't matter. It happened with the phone. Not my fault. It's Apple's fault. But
Blame it
then
on the apple.
but then you got the one where, like I said, like, I have one with my hats. Is like, don't think that you're gonna see me wearing a hat and be like, oh damn, you're dyke. Well, no shit, bitch. Like, of course. But that's why I'm telling you, let me help you with it. And then this is the other thing that I think is super cool about it. Before dating, you meet people and then you go on dates, and I've had awful experiences where it's just awkward. It's bad. Like, at one point, I don't know if I've told this story here on the podcast before. I recently told it to a person I was talking to, but it was a combination of one of those things where, like, somebody was like, I felt like she was talking shit about people like me, but we were on a date, so I was like, obviously the date's going bad. And then at the end of it, she's all like, so are you gonna call me? I'm like, whoa, what? But I'm just saying, like,
Wow.
dating is crap. When you can do it through online, bro, and you like you meet all these people, you have such power. I can't believe you don't enjoy that. You have all the power. Like, even if they're rude to you, what are they gonna do? You like remove them. It's like, to me, it's like having the power where you like you have these people that you're dating, and they're like, and we talked about this like last week, that, oh, you're ugly, you're so ugly, you turn me off. Blip. Is literally with like a click that you
Mm.
get rid of those people. Can you imagine being able to do that in that moment? Like, you are no longer here, sir, in this room. That's how it is online. You see all these, like, oh cool, I talked to some people. I talked to a person that was like supposedly crazy about me. And I could see it because it's like, I am who I am. But she was all like, she was a little bit older, but she was a good looking woman, and she had it together. Like, she had her shit together. And she was all about the peach. And then one day I showed her, I guess, a little bit too much,
Uh-oh.
meaning like, all right, well, we're getting to know each other. I really do want to see, because I'm not a easy person to handle or whatever. But it is what it is. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because we like to say that, and people are like, "Oh, you're so nice," or whatever. Oh, like when people that don't really know me, and they're like, "Let me introduce you to my," Ugh, don't, unless you get to know me, because then I don't want that person to suffer. But again, it's like, I know my worth as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, that person's gonna win the lottery, but at the same time, winning the lottery is really difficult and really stressful, because, and I'm talking literally, winning the lottery is stressful, right? You don't just win and it's, oh, you're happy for the rest of it. No,
No.
most of the people that have won the lottery
Have
die, suicide, something, right? So that's why I'm comparing myself. I am like winning the lottery. If you do the right thing, you won the lottery. But if you don't, you're gonna get burned, killed, something. I'm sorry, I have that power. That's how powerful I am. But again, it's like my narcissism. But it's good and bad. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so amazing or whatever. Nah, I might burn you, bitch. But
whoa.
if you handle it properly, you might have won the lottery, huh? So I don't know
Just
where.
have to invest.
Exactly. You gotta invest
And
and you gotta like nurture something. You can't just expect a plant to just give you.
right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta water it and give it sunlight.
In the right sunlight, because sometimes too much is
Too
burnt,
much sun.
not enough kills. You know what I mean? So how do people expect to get platinum and be all like, it'll just work itself out? Nah, bro,
Yeah.
you gotta work it every goddamn day. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know what the fuck we've been talking for 30 minutes. Some of my life.
You can't buy me love.
Hey,
Na 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 na. See, I've been watching all these shows with there's different heroines and
my last podcast, I don't know if it was last podcast or the one before where you were showing me pictures of Nancy Pelosi when I was already drunk.
oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god, oh my god. So I went and looked for her. That wasn't her, bro.
No.
Nah.
Well, this person is
Nancy's.
a Trump supporter. So.
Well, Nancy's not. I don't want to talk shit, but like, she was never that good looking. Like, she's an, oh, like, I don't know.
So
She's like an
that's
average
just
looking lady.
Thing that Republicans are.
That woman was not Nancy, bro. I looked it up all the way, like, black and white fucking pictures, bro. And that is not. Nancy
good.
always had, like, her little face with a big nose and, like,
A little face.
like, I'm not being rude. Like, you know, I have the pointed banana face with my certain nose. I know you see that, but, like, let's be honest, bro. There's certain arrangements that have to happen here that are not really, you know. I didn't try to make myself look good when I drew myself. I was just trying to be true.
I just have a double chin.
Well, I got a double chin after my little banana, you know. So anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. See, this is again the narcissism is like that's still worth a couple million, you know. So, but again, that's my first thing I had. We're gonna start the podcast with Nancy Pelosi is not hot, bro. Just kidding. And then my other thing was that EQ got stuck on the growth and need to keep going, handle emotions. That's a big piece. Snowpiercer. Did you watch Snowpiercer?
Yes.
You watched the movie or the show?
The movie.
What'd you think?
It was trippy.
Super trippy. I know if you IO Cats and Kittens have seen the show or movie Snowpiercer, but talk about how a picture of like will society succeed? In most situations, that's a no, right?
Yeah.
And Snowpiercer, you need to watch this series, bro, because the series.
I was gonna watch that.
I just watched the last episode right before you came today.
Ouch. Oh my gosh.
It's because that one's tight. It doesn't belong in that finger, bro.
That one's tight.
That's what she said. But anyway, it just shows you Snowpiercer shows you like how no matter what happens to us, if we're dying, if we're like whatever, we're always gonna manage to put ourselves in categories, in levels, in like classes, and put each other down and how do you say etiquetar? Like classified or stigmatized or like we're gonna classify ourselves, and not because I'm saying like, oh, I'm gonna do it to myself. Somebody, IO Cats and Kittens, if you guys don't know anything about Snowpiercer, is a story about how because of global warming, the scientists tried to cool the planet. So by doing this, they did something wrong and the planet froze. And it froze to the point that it was like negative 120 degrees or some shit like that. So everybody was dying. So somebody, when this was all happening and all this, like, you know, kind of like Eli Musk and like fucking Bezos and all these people are like trying to find a way to like get to Mars and the moon and shit. Is for a reason. It's because they're trying to leave us here, you people, you know. So that happened. So somebody created this train, and the train was the only. It was like Noah's Ark, and it was the only survival option. So once of course, the rich bought their tickets because they made the train like luxurious, and it was like in classes, like it was getting less and less. But at the moment when people boarded the train, some people broke in pretty much, right? So then they had like the poor, or less than the poor, they were like the tailies, they call them, or whatever. And they were those people that like kind of like
Like the
rob
back of the bus, Rosa
rub their
Parks
way
kind of
in.
shit.
Yeah, basically the blacks and the browns and the minorities. That's how. But the train is classified like that. It's literally like rich, white, old, rich, have money, but are not like the rich. And then there's like the
Like
LGBT, like also LGBTQ.
all the alphabets.
Yeah. And then black. It's like it's like that. But the series is super interesting of how like damn, we really could be. And it's like I told you in the past during the pandemic that I can shine if it was because we had this conversation when we stopped recording that together, that it was like I Am Legend. And I told you, if it was I Am Legend, I will thrive. Because I thrive in like an apocalyptic type of situation, but not when it's like this. And that Snowpiercer is like that. Is like, it doesn't matter how bad it'll get. Society will make sure that there's classes and that there's like,
Yeah.
it's not like gonna be like I Am Legend, like, oh, we'll be Will Smith, and because we're strong and we can gather fruits and vegetables, we'll be fine. Now, society will make it to where we fall and like, don't forget who you are, you little piece of shit minority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what happens, let's say like zombies come, if there is a place with that we can that's safe, it's gonna be owned by the elite. Maybe some scientists, maybe some smart people.
Yeah.
By seeing movies and things like that, we see like they eventually die once they give in their contribution. But that was my thing with Snowpiercer, that I was just like, damn, bro,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna watch the series for sure.
fucking intense. Jennifer Connelly, um,
I like
my
her.
brother always talks shit because he says that I talk shit about her because I read somewhere there was something about how like celebrities with really bad skin, and the article or the thing was about how we don't know this because we watch him in movies. Like, Brad Pitt has really bad skin, they say. I thought everybody knew that. And I said this not that long ago to someone, and they're like, what are you talking about? Because I called a woman a fucking Brad Pitt face bitch. Yes, I'm sorry, but I said that in there. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, what are you talking about? Brad Pitt has awful skin. So my joke didn't slap. But anyway, um, Jennifer Connelly apparently, when I was watching whatever the fuck I was watching or reading whatever, it said like she had one of the worst skins or whatever. Like, and back then, I don't know why. Oh, Requiem for a Dream. I had just watched Requiem for a Dream. So it made sense to me as a young person and dumb. I was like, of course she has bad skin. Ugh, she's like nasty. Because I'm thinking Requiem for a Dream, right? So my brother has never let go of the fact that I call her bad skin Conley. But so when I was telling him, hey, because I was like, have you seen Snowpiercer? Have you seen Snowpiercer? He was like, I watched the movie, but like, no, watch the show. And then he was like, I told him, I know it's crazy that I prefer the show because Tilda, Tilda Snowden, Tilda Snowden, Tilda Swinton. I don't know her. I don't know how to
I
pronounce her
can see
name.
her face.
She's fucking amazing. She's like that actress is.
She reminds me of Tyrion with the Game of Thrones lady. That's not the same
Oh,
lady,
no,
right?
no, 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 no. No, that lady was a beast.
She
But
was like 6'2", I think.
but Tilda is more like she just has like a
She's
different
5.
type of
Yeah.
look and shit. But fucking Jennifer Connelly was, I think I prefer her as the bad guy. And my
Oh.
brother was just like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, you gotta watch it." But then he's like, "I'm just surprised because I know what you're gonna say about the skin." But I'm like, in this series, you can't really see her skin like that. But god damn, she has a lot of hair on her face, bro. Like, remember how we were talking how I can get the fucking sideburns going?
Oh yeah.
Fucking Jennifer Connelly like can like fucking braid her fucking sideburns, bro. They're blonde, but they're fucking long ass hairs that she has on her face.
Hmm.
And
I'm gonna have to watch it for sure.
I'm not talking shit.
No, I just.
But watch it and it's like, if I was the
I didn't
director
think
or
you were talking
someone,
shit.
I think I would have been like, bro, why'd you do that shot? Were you clear? Like, you know, this person we talked about in a previous podcast, and I'm not gonna mention because I don't feel like editing. And I was like about her mustache or whatever.
Oh.
You know how intense it was? Like, like that times three. Like she has like literally like hair like, bro. Like I would be all like, why'd you do that shot, motherfucker? Like you were trying to like purposely make me look like a hairy ass bitch. I don't know. I would be upset if I was her, but the show is great. Snowpiercer is great. Watch it, you guys. Society, and how fucking awful we are. Fucking 45 minutes in, and we're on like the second thing that I wrote.
Oh my gosh. I need to.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay.
What up? Oh, good. How are you?
Tonight we
will entertain you.
feature a new
Whisper.
compilation of sounds that come from the forest.
From the beaches.
Two
The
ladies
breezy.
with cats in a bodega.
Meow.
The sound is wonderful. It'll help you go to sleep as well as achieve all your dreams.
Tinkling of pee running down your leg. Tinkle, tinkle.
Just
Is that
get
why
it.
people say I have to tinkle?
What do you mean?
I have to tinkle. Because it tinkles in the water.
Huh. I don't know. I'm trying to understand Americans, but it's hard.
What does it sound like when you pee?
Like
that
a stream,
Like a stream.
not a
Gentle.
twinkle. Twinkle is like.
Mine's like a racehorse. If I
Well,
have
yeah.
to really have to pee.
So it's not a twinkle. So see, to me that doesn't make sense. Who pees like that? Maybe a lady. Maybe like a little princess lady.
It's a
Hey.
petite little lady.
So guess what? So right before COVID, that's my cat's food. Right before COVID, my family, we take family trips, and we were gonna go to a beach in Mexico, and it got canceled, obviously, right? And then, like whatever, like everybody lost a lot of things, including lives, so it's like whatever. But then recently, like, so the airline was like, we'll give you a voucher for 3 months, and then COVID didn't end. Okay, we'll give you a voucher for 6 months, and then COVID didn't end. Okay, we'll give you a voucher for a year, right? But 2 weeks ago, the fucking airline went bankrupt. So now we don't got our trip anymore.
Aww.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. I just wanted to say that. Super sad. I know it's not a big deal. Like again, we have our health, and as long as we're alive, fuck it. But that sucks. So my mom's like, save your stimulus. I wanted to fucking spend it like I was a fucking rapper, bro. Fuck. Anyway, the new trailer of Suicide Squad, Suicide Squad 2, Suicide Squad 2 coming out. The new trailer looks amazing. One of the biggest things that I got from it, of like being a nerd or whatever, like noticing all the differences, how Margot Robbie, they don't force her to wear that outfit that they picked on the first one, which was ridiculous because that's not Harley Quinn's outfit, but it was like an outfit that was very revealing, and we wanted to see her body or whatever. And I didn't complain when I see it because it was great, but now like analyzing it is just like, ew, I can't believe I went along with it. But one of the cool things about her now having a third movie is that I guess the outfit is gonna be a little bit more like flexible about what she can wear. Anyway, Suicide Squad looks amazing. I think I mentioned how Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I watched it when you passed out. I watched the end of it.
What'd you think?
It was cool. What's it on? Disney?
HBO, I believe.
HBO. I tried to find it. Is it premium?
HBO Plus, whatever streaming service HBO is.
You don't have to have like the...
Yeah, HBO streaming service. Like, it's specific.
Like HBO Now? I couldn't find it.
Either HBO Now or Plus. I forgot what it's called, but it's its own streaming service.
I missed some stuff.
We can watch it again tonight if you want.
Pass out.
People are like, they can't believe I watched it almost 4 times already, because that's what, 4 times 4? Plus 8 minutes. Because 2 times 4 is 8. So those are the minutes. But anyway, so Zack Snyder's cut that
those are the
shit.
minutes.
Oh, but speaking about
Ooh.
that, I wanted to say it was trending on Twitter. Justice for Johnny Depp. And that was one of my things of like the people that I connect with that we hate Amber, what's her name? His ex, that he has this whole court deal that he lost the court case, so he is a wife beater or whatever. I don't give a fuck. You'll never like beat me with this one. You'll never tell me like, oh, the woman might, oh, she might like, oh, shit. No. She used to be a lesbian, and when Johnny Depp came along, it was more profitable to stop being a lesbian. So don't fucking tell me about this woman. She's a piece of shit of a human being. I hated seeing her in every fucking scene. I hate that they won't fucking recast another redhead. Jesus Christ, like Mara is not like that deep. Mara can be anybody. Can you bring us Amy Adams? Can you bring us like fucking like bring us any goddamn redhead and she'll do. Fucking have a fucking blonde ass bitch and dye her hair red and she'll do. We don't need this person to be the character of Mara. We're not that emotionally attached to her. Like why can't you fucking recast this fucking hole?
Right.
Fuck this bitch. And hashtag what was it? Hashtag Justice Johnny Depp. 100%. I'm with him. I don't give a fuck. It's not a woman man thing. It's a fact. Like this bitch is a fake ass bitch that used to be a lesbian. Johnny Depp came along. She married him. Then it didn't work out, and now she wants to fuck him because she's obviously a manipulator. This woman is obviously a fucking weirdo manipulator that can like go from eating a fucking vagina to sucking Depp's dick, and is like, how can you ask me to believe her or that to like not believe him when he's given us and we're scissor hands and all this other shit and like Johnny has never let us down. So don't fucking ask me to trust this bitch just because she has a vagina. No, fuck that bitch. Fuck her. Just because she has fucking vagina. Replace Mara, bro. Please replace Mara if you are gonna do a trilogy because now they're saying like the fucking the way that they put the Snyder cut out. Now everybody's like petitioning and they're like, we want the fucking trilogy, bro. Like we would be better than Marvel if we actually had continued to do what we were doing. But replace that bitch, bro. Replace that bitch. Anyway, another thing.
I agree.
Supposedly, there's this little brown pill. That's gonna cure COVID. It's like a trial.
Little brown pill?
That's what they call it. A little brown pill. And it's a little brown pill. And supposedly it could cure COVID. When I first wrote that, I wanted to talk about that even though there's not much to talk about. Now when I think about it, it's like, do you think that this little brown pill could possibly be the fix for all those goddamn anti-vaxxers? Because let's be honest, I don't know about you, but the way that we separated ourselves first when COVID, and we believe, we don't believe, with the election, when we're Trumpers, we're not Trumpers, and with the no mask, you know how we've separated each other like in society, like even if we're like love each other or like we're family, but we've separated each other with that. Now is the anti-vaxxers and the vaccine people, right? Yeah. Bro, people really close to me are anti-vaxxers. I told my brother, what do I do? Like, do I stop talking to these people? Like, is it that bad? Or is it enough to just be, like, careful with them? Or is like, are you alright? Yeah. You need a break? No. What the fuck is happening?
That stuff was spicy in my throat.
Oh, poor Larizi got a little tacky in her throat, and it was a little too hot for her.
Shut up. Are you making fun of me? Man. I'm a wetter. I'm a wetter.
I gotta tell you a funny thing. I was in a meeting with a bunch of white ladies, and then somebody said something that was like supposedly like really good in her life, and this other one was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool, yeehaw!" And I was like, "Oh, so this is an actual thing y'all do?" And I was like, I wanted to get my fucking butt and be like,
I don't say that.
Apparently, some white people fucking use that as a
Cowboy.
hooray. Nah, she wasn't a cowgirl. It was like fucking professional, bro. She has a master's degree and she's a professional and shit. And like, I'm not saying that cowgirls can't have a master's degree, but what, masters in like cow? Fucking,
Cow.
I don't know.
Animal husbandry.
Some sort of. Easter is happening next weekend.
Oh yeah, the bunnies.
Bro, what is that story? What is it? What the fuck is up with that bunny? Like, whoever thought about that? What does a bunny have to do with eggs?
Because the bunny is Easter.
Why?
Represents because their bunnies have a lot of. They're fertile. They have,
So?
like. And spring is the fertile time.
What?
That's when everything gets pregnant. In spring.
What?
That's where.
What are you talking about?
That's when things grow.
Flowers? Because animals fuck and procreate in different months.
I don't really know the deal about the bunnies. I never really celebrated Easter.
I think you're just being American and trying to like protect it. That shit is weird, bro.
It is weird. No, I'm not trying to protect
that shit is weird.
I don't know how.
Isn't there like a deeper story that's like more savagey about like some sluttery
Sluttery? Sluttery?
Slaughtering?
I think, well, you know, pagan is
I know
like,
what pegging is.
just kidding. Pagan. It's the whole Santa Claus thing.
Well, yeah.
That's pagan. That's like from like Europeans and Saint Claus.
But it makes sense that
I think it's German.
oh, this Santa Claus, this you know, Father Noel or whatever his name is like brings you gifts. A bunny puts eggs and hides them in kids. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
And then people think Halloween is weird. My cat's being a little too nosy.
He's like, what's in here?
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't get Easter.
So last week, I think I brought up about the whole Kamala, and I'm still on the same page, but it's almost like when I was telling Joel, I talk a lot of shit about you. I told him I talk smash shit about you all the time. All your faults. You do this, you do that, you do that. Like, you're terrible. But if someone talks about you, I'll be like, what the fuck? What'd you say about my friend? So it's one of those situations. I feel like that with Kamala. I don't want to say, or I don't want to make it okay that last podcast where we said something. Don't think that that's room for you like to be all like fuck her or like. Nah, you better respect her. She's our vice president, and we'll just wait and see if maybe she, but don't take it as like, nah. Don't take our comment. We're still very much,
Well,
team Devi. What's it? Devi? Kamala Devi. What's her middle name? How do you pronounce it? It's Devi, but I don't know how to pronounce it because Joe is rubbing it. But anyway, I just wanted to say, like, even though like they had a little thing like where like she didn't salute when she came down from Air Force One or whatever, and they were like, oh my god, and then they had to go into the actual like rules and regulations and all this shit. Neither the president or the vice president are obligated to salute. That actually tradition started by Ronald Reagan because he just did it. So they're not obligated to. So then when they're coming down on Kamala because she didn't salute the fucking dude after getting out the plane, it made me think about her comment last week, and I'm like, no, don't you motherfuckers think that Just because it's like, again, like if I talk about my brother because he's this, don't you dare fucking talk about my brother because it's like he's fucking brilliant. So is my whole point is like, don't you fucking talk about Kamala and make it seem like
Just
whatever
because she
because
didn't
she didn't
salute.
fucking salute when we just proved to you or people proved to you that it's not even necessary for the vice president to do it. But anyway,
That's like when Barack wore a tan suit, and that's the worst thing that they could.
and either Donald or the other dude wore a tan suit at one point during the when with the what's it called when they were doing their
Rallies.
yeah. So it was all like, yeah, the tan suit was terrible. It's one of those things. Oh, she didn't salute.
Or when Barack was taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Like,
When Homeboy was eating a fucking Big Mac.
or when he was having an affair with Stormy Daniels.
Oh, he had a
And
button.
it
You know
came
that
out.
he had a button in the Oval Office. He had a button that if once he pressed it, they would bring him. Oh, bro, I'm not kidding. It was either a milkshake or a Whopper, but he had a button where he would, or a Diet Coke, one
Oh
of
my
those three.
gosh.
But he would press the button. He made it so that when he pressed the button, he would get that. Oh, but Obama took a selfie. Get out of here, bro.
And I remember they gave shit to Obama because he smoked, and he gave it up. Like,
See, this is another thing. Now that you bring it up to like the obviously those hateful people that are like, we're not there. We're actually like, I'm like the TYT people is like, we're not gonna stop asking for what thing just because they want. You know what I mean?
right?
So you say the whole smoking thing, like they just fired a couple or a few staff members because they disclosed that they smoke marijuana, right? And now
What?
they're asking, well, Joe, will you fire Kamala? Because she is on the Breakfast Club saying that she smoked in the past, and which is what the staff member said.
What do you say to that?
Well, no, of course they ignore it and they haven't addressed it. But it's like, how dare you fired people that disclose that they've smoked in the past? It's not like they caught smoking,
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
and you're trying to legalize it. And she said it on the fucking Breakfast Club.
I know Clinton. He
Clinton, Bush, and I think even Joe have admitted that they previously have smoked in their lives, right? These
he
people.
said he didn't inhale.
Who said that?
Bill.
Right. Out of all of them, yeah. But
I
but
didn't inhale. Just like I did not have consensual sex with that woman.
nah, not consensual. He just said I did not have sexual relationship with
Sexual
that woman.
relationships.
Is head not sexual relationship?
It's not.
Relations?
It doesn't mean anything.
But that's the
I
whole
guess.
point. Is just like, how dare you fire these people that said that in the past they have tried it when Kamala is on record on video laughing with Charlemagne about it. So that thing, again, that's something that I don't want to take people that are listening like, oh yeah, fuck them, fuck them. It's just we're not gonna stop holding our people accountable just because they won. You know what I mean? I'll delete all this shit if these people don't give us something. Like the fucking stimulus, that ain't shit. The pandemic is a real thing.
Yeah.
Bring the fucking
They're
15%
having
minimum
to
wage. $15 minimum wage.
Redo what Bonehead did.
But $15 minimum wage, homie, those laws that just passed in Georgia, bro, with literally like people won't be able to vote. Okay,
Yeah.
not only is obviously targeted to minorities, mainly black people, right?
Yeah.
But these laws are fucking ridiculous to where like, oh, you can only vote 9 to 5. Oh, you can only do like this, right? Bro, there's the part of some of these laws that Georgia just passed. If you're in line and I give you water, we can go to jail. You
Yeah,
can't even
that's
give
stupid.
water to a person that's in line to vote. All how the fuck can Joe and Kamala allow this to happen, bro? Like they just passed this. They arrested fuck. She wasn't a member of Congress, but she was like a elected official they arrested her because she wanted to be like, what the fuck? The governor is like signing this law, and he signed that shit, and it's like they're 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 taking care of themselves for next election. It's like now
Yeah.
if I give you water, I get arrested. Now if I go vote after 5, it doesn't count. Now you need an ID and not the signature is not enough. You know what I mean? That's a bunch of shit. But like I know this is boring as fuck. IO cats and kittens. But it's happening out here. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news all over. You know, African elephants will be extinct really soon. What the fuck? Like that Snowpiercer show, bro, is no joke. When you really watch it, it we're fucking sick, bro. I
Because
mean,
of poachers and shit.
yeah.
For
First
their
it was
fucking
their like.
their tusks.
First it was that. Now it's like they might be extinct completely. Ah, bro. I feel like I'm going on like a. Rest in peace,
I don't know.
Jessica Walter. She was in
Oh yeah.
Arrested Development and
Just saw
Archer.
that. I just saw that.
And she was fucking funny, bro. She's fucking hilarious. Rest in peace. Um, and Ronda Rousey is black, and Twitter and everybody was like freaking out. That news came out back in 2016. Her great grandfather was the first black man to study medicine in the United States or something like that. Like, it was a big deal. But yeah, like, there's a bunch of us that have the 1%, and that is the whole thing. That now it's funny how they're like, oh no, you're not black. Like, Kamala's not black, or like, you know, you're not black. But back in the day, you had a 1% and you were
Yeah.
black, right? Rhonda's black, so it's kind of a controversial thing because is she the first black woman to be the main event of WrestleMania or whatever the fuck? Or was it what's her name? And I
Sorry,
hate it. And I'm so
choking.
sorry that I don't remember your names, but there's a couple of black women that were like named like the first black women to do the whole WrestleMania thing or whatever. But technically, it was Rhonda, which is weird because she looks white as fuck. But you know, I mean, I like Rhonda. I think she's a cool cat. I would love to smoke some weed with her and have some whiskeys.
I wouldn't mind her in my as a homegirl. She got my back.
Oh,
Kick some ass.
hell yeah, bro! We'd like go out to like. I would never even think twice about my actions if Rhonda was part of our gang, bro.
You talking about peaches?
I'll be walking around in front of you guys all like, what'd you just say? Rhonda.
Rhonda.
She was mean to me.
She said mean things to me.
Oh shit. What else? What else? What else? Wine and oh, there was on the news that some fucker, whoever the fuck, had kept wine in space. I don't know where, and they brought it down, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Remember what I don't know if I was telling you or a person that I was talking to about the whole Snowpiercer thing. They can have wine there for years, but they can't figure how to give clean water to Flint.
Oh my god.
They can't figure
That just makes my stomach turn.
how to like it's like so again that Snowpiercer. I'm sorry to bring it up, but it's like it just shows you no matter if the resources are like 5 things, they're gonna use 4 things to protect like the 1%, and the one thing left is gonna protect the 99% the rest of us, and we're gonna die.
Yeah.
And it's sad,
Well,
and it's
it's
just
like back in the like 15th, 16th century where the people in power were like the 1% still, like kings and queens and the royalty, and then they had, you know, peasants to do their work. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel
you're
like
saying we're the peasants.
Yeah, because we're obviously not the 1%. um, so, but I feel like I'm rich so much more than, monetary fundage. just because, just my life story. It's, how I came here. I was meant to be here, and I have a purpose. And you're right, I can't body shame myself. I have to put my head up and pretend I'm 1% of the masses. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, you don't have to pretend you're the 1% because they suck. The only thing that they got going on for themselves is the fact that they have money and power. But, well, you just said something.
We have the brains. Well, I feel.
But you said like that you said something super interesting. Maybe we need to make a drink, but
Yeah, I'm dry.
I am too.
This is good. It's good content.
Because we're two old-fashioned type of gals.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit sad. And then I see the look in your eyes. Sorry.
You know what?
This is my boyfriend.
We need to do another podcast.
Woodford. Hey, Woodford. Sorry.
Oh, imagine if you're like, oh, if that was your boyfriend's name?
Woodford.
Oh my. I feel
Hey,
like
Woodford.
I got a button in my shirt before I walked into Woodford's
The
house.
royal cleaning has begun.
His Royal Highness, you clean the what they call privates, the royal privates.
Penis. Vagina.
Uh,
Oh, we don't want to get banned.
nah, YouTube's cool. Spotify and SoundCloud use.
We're not
cool.
on TikTok.
We're not on TikTok.
Penis,
Fuck TikTok.
penis, penis.
You know, I feel bad because we got like another follower or something, and now I feel like obligated to produce more content for them because they're like, "What the fuck happened?" Right? But I'm so turned off with TikTok, bro, because it took you 2 years literally to convince me. We did it and it was amazing. Oh my gosh, I was so happy with the content. It was great. And then that bullshit was just like, you guys are bullshit. Like you're literally bullshit, and you're manipulating what is popular and what is not. And what it is so fake, bro. They just want the same fucking shit to be popular and popular and popular. And then until somebody comes out with something that's like, oh, okay, let's make that popular. But there is no uniqueness. Yeah. Everything is so.
Actually, I went on a live host show where they do just live TikTok, and she's like, oh, you can't say that. They'll ban me if they say follow me, or be my friend, or they have to use code words.
You use that all the time. You always say follow us.
Yeah,
but
but
you literally
now they're
say
banning
that shit in every podcast.
They're banning people who have those shows where because they get followers and they get popular, but TikTok doesn't want that.
This is fucking sketchy, bro. Yeah. It's fucking sketchy.
That's why they banned us, because we have a lot of power. I think I have a lot of followers, and they don't want.
Fuck those
bullshit.
It's too much. But anyway, this is for us. You know that, right?
Yeah.
This is for us. Like, if you don't like something, you tell me. This is for us. Like, everybody can go and suck a fucking dick. Like, this is for us.
Suck a fucking
When I
dick.
tell you, like, I used to be like, oh my gosh, 100 followers. I don't give a shit anymore, bro. Like, in 5 years, and I guess thinking about the Joe Biden and whatever, if you're like, hey, I need to stop doing the podcast because our friendship won't make it if I keep doing it. Oh, that'd be crappy, bro. Because I'll tell you how I feel. I'll be mad. Because I would be like, how dare you? I'm the one that, like, does everything. I'm the one that boom. I'm the one that which is Joe Biden, right? So I'm like, I'm the one that all this, and this. And you get to, like, just show up and do the thing. And now you're going to tell me you don't even want to show up? But I could totally see that. Because you can get tired of, like, why we have so restricted when we hang out. You know what I mean? And when I'm like, oh no, that's podcast material or whatever. You know what I mean? So I totally saw it when the break, whatever's happening between them. I don't know. But I totally saw how, fuck, that would fucking suck if Lorisi was just like, nope, I'm done. And it would be our friendship versus this, which of course I would always pick our friendship, but that's now. I'm thinking like, what if we were at their level when we're actually making money and you say I don't want to do it anymore? I'll be like, oh, like because you can't stay true to the project if I replace you, right? You
Right,
can't
right.
stay we can't stay
That's
true if you replace me.
like in a series when they replace a person. I'm just like,
In having like multiple like players, maybe you can work with replacing one. Having two players
oh,
is like there's no
oh my
longer
god,
it's just whiskey.
whoa, I'm drunk now.
No,
Just kidding.
you like me for me to make you girly fruity
No,
drinks.
no,
I told you, do you want to
I, I
I'm
think
not
I
gonna
have hair
make
on
you.
my
I'm
chest
not
now.
gonna make you an old fashioned the way you're gonna get it at the fucking where they're gonna put like half of like sweet shit so you don't have to realize what kind of whiskey you're drinking.
Did you use Woodford?
It is, and it's not like the most expensive whiskey.
It's good
But I
though.
bet you if we order whiskey at a that this whiskey at a
I'm only gonna need one of these.
that's the whole point. We can sip on this shit. But
Sip in
anyway,
it.
and look at my Jack
Oh
glasses.
yeah,
That's Mr. Jack from
Jack Daniels,
Daniels is his last name. His first name is Jack.
Kentucky bourbon.
He from Kentucky. He from Kentucky, a young boy named Jack, and his last name was Daniels. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway,
His last name was Daniels.
I don't know. What was I telling you, bro? Who knows?
Oh, just this is for ours. This is
I
for
guess the
us.
podcasting, you know?
If yeah, I don't. I would never
You know what it
unless,
brought me to?
unless I
And I
moved.
thought we can't talk about this, but why not? Nobody
If
like
I
our
fell in love with the prince and he wanted to
but we
move
would
me.
do it through Zoom. Or if he's
Oh
so
yeah,
rich, he can fly me over there.
yeah. There you go.
Like
You
if
gotta
that
hook
was the
my
case,
sister.
if you
You're
fell in
my
love with
sister.
this person that is like even if he wasn't rich, we would figure a way to like either do it through Zoom or I go over there one time. Fuck it, we have to like shorten the podcast into like a quarter. You know what I mean? Like of the year. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be. It's different that if you're or I'm mad and we say no more. That's what these people what they are doing, Maul and Rory,
Yeah.
and they know the power they have, and that's what I'm saying to you. Like I know you know like the power you have. Like you take you out of the equation, you're half of the bodega. You know what I mean? You're
You know what?
literally half of this.
I was thinking last night. What if Peaches like didn't want me in the show anymore because I was too old
Oh my god. Age is a blessing, first of all.
or too like I didn't fit the podcast
We
look.
created this thing together.
I know.
We are the
This is
developers.
irrational stuff
I
and
totally get what you're saying.
um just low. I just got in a bad spot and especially I don't know if I'm going through like a hormone type deal, but I was like maybe the show would do better if there was like some younger hip hopper person.
The thing is that we're not trying to create a show that's popular. If that was the case, then I would probably cast the people that I think will grab attention. You know what I mean? This is not what we're doing. Again, this is to me, and when I was saying, and we're not putting this out or whatever,
But I feel like
I'm
a
gonna
celebrity anyway.
well, I'm gonna continue to do. I'm this is my bag. Anybody could tell
This
this
is
is
my
my
bag.
fucking bag. So if I don't do this, if I'm not here, like I'm gonna continue to produce this type of content. And I've always tell you, I feel like I've always told you, I'm your manager, bro. Whatever you do, I'm the manager. Like when you started posting those pictures of you dancing, that shit is money, bro. Like that's like stuff like that.
I think
So
I might do a fans only. Uh oh, it blinked.
What
the
happened?
battery's going.
Ah, fuck. Let's finish this quick. It was like
Just a Jolly Rancher.
you have all these like pieces to it, and then there's the sprinkles. That's my point.
Ooh.
The sprinkles, that's the shit that every day that you're like today last week I got complimented quite a few times. But I could think about a previous week when I felt like shit and I couldn't wait until Friday because I'm like, oh my god, I'm terrible at my job. Oh my god. So that's the sprinkles that are like bad. And then the good sprinkles. Oh shit, last week I was told are fucking amazing. But to me, that's the thing. They're still sprinkles. I don't make them bigger because they told me I was great. I don't make them bigger because they told me I was bad. They're still sprinkles. So I'm still the cake. I'm still the cake.
Those are just sprinkles, right?
They're sprinkles, bro.
Whether they're good or bad.
Exactly.
But the whole cake's there.
I'm the cake. The frosting that
You're
I
devil's food cake.
I could potentially have a devil's food like
I'm
fucking
angel's
frosting.
food cake.
I could have like, you know. But that's my point.
I'm pound cake.
Whatever you want. The
Whatever
sprinkles
you want.
will be come and go, bro. The sprinkles will come and go. That's my point. And on that note, my cat's over there. I am 50 Foot Peaches.
And I'm Larizi.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
And this episode was sponsored by Good Weed. Come back and no, just kidding.
Good
we
alcohol.
wish we
All
wish
that
we were
good
high.
cushion alcohol.
Just kidding. We are the Bodega Cats. We're trying to figure it out. If you're here, if you're not, I literally don't give a fuck. Like, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back just like
tell
everybody
your
else.
friends what cool cats we are.
Tell your friends that we're fucking weird, and like you'll never know. Like I'm about to like. I was thinking about like, oh, the 100 episode. I said this. Nah, now I got another idea. I got ideas. I get ideas like bros and broskies. I literally I'm here by myself thinking and thinking and thinking, and then I think and then I think and think and think and then I think and then I think and think and then I think some more. So
Dr. Seuss?
no, because apparently he's a perv. I guess I am too, but my point is
just
that
a racist, right?
no, I think it was a little bit of a combination of what do we all do? You know what I mean? But my point is, listen. If you don't like why are you laughing?
If you don't like I'm not laughing at you. If you don't like it, you can fuck yourself, bitches.
Yeah. Cute.